What's going on, guys? This is AndrewChicken and welcome back to another video. Healers are among the most important champions in the realm, since without them it's very hard to have a sustained duel or an aggressive team fight. Supports also provide helpful crowd control effects that can turn the tide of a fight and bring the enemy team to their knees. That's why in this video I'm going over my picks for the top 5 strongest supports in Paladins. These supports are the best in their class for supporting their team through healing, crowd control effects, and other helpful buffs, and are all around just fantastic champions. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Number 5. Ying. In the number 5 spot we have Ying, a great healer with some scary damage potential too. Ying is one of the most unique healers with the ability to deploy 2 illusions that shoot healing at the nearest teammate with the lowest HP. This form of autonomous healing allows Ying to spend her time focusing on other things, such as paying attention to incoming flankers or supplementing her team's damage. And with life exchange, Ying can forego the ability to detonate her illusions in favor of an 800 burst heal on a target similar to Damba's heal. Her ultimate ability is also one of the strongest healing ultimates in the game, healing all teammates for 600 health a second anywhere on the map. Ying can put out a ton of healing in a match, but if she decides to go with one of her 2 damage talents, she can be a menacing champion to fight as well. With Focusing Lens, she can burst down squishy champions incredibly quickly, and with Resonance, she can turn the objective into a minefield and help take down the enemy frontline. Ying does have one weakness though: she has no crowd control effects or other buffs besides raw healing. This basically means that she's putting all her support eggs into one basket, and if the enemy team gets cauterized 3, most of her gets completely countered. While Ying is an incredible healer, the fact that healing is the only way she can support her team besides dealing damage places her in the number 5 spot on this list. Number 4. Furia. Furia stands out as being one of the toughest healers to flank in Paladins while simultaneously putting out great healing for her team. Her 2 main healing talents provide her with some unique options when it comes to healing, either providing bonus healing on a target when they're low on health or turning her beam into the most powerful healing ability in the game, a massive pyre which heals anyone who stands in it for 6,000 health a second. Furia also has a powerful ultimate which buffs her teammates by giving them increased damage and movement speed and refilling their ammo upon activation. This helpful ability can enable Furia's entire team to orchestrate a massive push onto the objective, and it can also keep Furia from dying to a flank since it grants her immortality and flight while she's casting the ability. Despite all these powerful abilities, Furia still has a few drawbacks which make her less reliable than other healers. Her main healing ability, Kindle Soul, requires direct line of sight and is only a single target heal, which limits her ability to heal multiple targets in a short amount of time. Solar Blessing, while being an incredible healing talent, is very unreliable if you're not in a party, since it's so hard to hit on most tanks who are either oblivious to the beam or purposefully run away thinking it's an enemy's beam. Other teammates can also stop the beam before it hits who you really want to hit with it, which can end up killing the person you wanted to heal. At the end of the day though, Furia is a robust support who earns the number 4 spot on this list. Number 3. Seris. Seris is the queen of putting out an absolute ton of healing. Her Restore Soul ability is one of the most powerful healing abilities in the game, healing a single target for 2000 HP in just 1.5 seconds and healing nearby allies for 600 HP at the same time. And with a really short cooldown of just 1.5 seconds with Restore Soul at level 5, Seris can put out tens of thousands of healing in just a single point match and can save her teammates from the brink of death. Seris also has one of the greatest movement abilities in the support class, the ability to become completely invisible and invulnerable and run away from even the most lethal situations. And of course, let's not forget about her ultimate ability, Convergence, which sucks in all nearby enemies, leaving them prone to AoE abilities like Barrage, King Bomb, or Time Bomb, which can wipe out the entire enemy team in one fell swoop. Seris' one glaring weakness is her lack of damage. Between having the slowest projectiles in the game and having just a small window of opportunity while her channeled heal is on cooldown, Seris is one of the least threatening healers out of the entire support class. While a dedicated damage Seris build can be strong, it's not nearly as strong as other damage supports, and it's just not as helpful as their typical healing build. And when Seris' heal is crippled by Cauterize 3 just like all other healers, she becomes somewhat of a burden since she can't deal damage as effectively as Furia, Ying, and many other healers. Also, unless she runs Agony, there's not much she can do in the way of crowd control either, so Seris isn't exactly the best choice when it comes to late game healers. Nonetheless, Seris is still one of the absolute strongest when it comes to raw healing power and has one of the best ultimates in the game for wreaking havoc on the enemy team, which earns her the number 3 spot on this list. Number 2. Jenos. Jenos is one of the absolute strongest supports in the realm because of his incredible Luminary talent. Luminary grants anyone with an Astral Mark 15% increased damage, and with a 10-second default duration, this is one serious buff for any champion to have. Jenos' Void Grip is also an incredibly powerful crowd control ability, particularly on champions that don't have a movement ability. Jenos can basically force choke the enemy, dealing damage and holding them up in the air for all his teammates to burst them down. And with the power Cosmium, Jenos can cripple an enemy while they're in Void Grip, so even the most nimble champions can't escape. This ability is almost as strong of a death sentence as Makoa's Hook, which is a fantastic ability for a support to have. Jenos' ult is also pretty strong in the right circumstances, and is perfect for sniping backline champions too focused on killing stuff to retreat in time. While Jenos isn't particularly strong when it comes to raw burst healing, since his Astral Mark only heals for a one-time burst of 300 and then does 220 health a second for the remainder of his duration, as far as long-term healing goes on a particular target, Jenos is king. Overall, Jenos is an extremely strong and easy healer to play, and earns the number 2 spot on this list. Number 1. Damba. And in the number 1 spot we have Damba, one of the most powerful and most versatile healers in the game. This slippery snake has a near perfect balance between crowd control, damage, and healing, and a good Damba player can be an invaluable asset to his team. Damba has the ability to quickly heal multiple allies with his 2 healing abilities, Mending Spirits and Gourd, and with Spirits chosen he can easily keep a tank topped off while helping his other teammates at the same time. Damba can also provide an incredibly useful speed buff with Swift Spirits, which is a nice bonus that can help your teammate chase down a nimble target. Damba is also pretty hard to flank because of his stunning reload projectile, which can buy him enough time to retreat or kill the incoming flanker. Alternatively, he can use Slither to dash away while being briefly invulnerable, and this ability can also be used to dodge massive damage-dealing ultimates like Sky's Time Bomb. Damba's ultimate is also one of the best crowd control abilities in the support class, able to incapacitate a large group of enemies briefly, which can easily turn the tide of battle in Damba's favor. While Damba is one of the toughest supports to pick up and master, the reward for mastering him is immense, and with some practice, Damba is no doubt the best healer in the game who earns the number 1 spot on this list. So anyways, that's the end of this video. Do you agree with my list, or do you think a different healer deserves the title of number 1? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and join my Discord server in the description to pick up tips, leave suggestions, and become a part of our active community. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.